Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Art of Kicking Ass Elegantly TV, which is all about learning to kick ass elegantly in business, in fitness, in love, and in life. Yes, I do believe we can do it all and have it all with the right plan and the right support. I'm your host, Michelle Hext. Today I'm going to be chatting with you about the power of now. Have you ever found yourself constantly worrying about being able to pay the bills next month, or the program that you're creating, flopping a month down the track, or, an event that's coming up and you're worried about, whether people are going to attend your event, whether they're going to buy tickets? Do you find yourself constantly worrying about the future, or even regretting the past and beating yourself up for the things that you did back then? I'm pretty familiar with that. I did that for many, many years. And what I did to help kind of remedy that was pull myself back to the present and remind myself about the power of now. So when I used to worry about bills and more bills coming in, and I'd just get on top of one lot of bills, and I had a whole lot of other bills that I knew were coming in, I'd have to remind myself, well, how is it now? Is it okay now? Right now is okay. I don't need to worry about the bills next month. I don't need to worry about my car registration being due. I don't need to worry about later. I just need to worry about now, and right now it's okay. With my daughter being ill as well, I have to constantly remind myself, is she okay now? Do I need to worry about anything in the future? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just going to focus on the now. When I'm trying to fill an event in Sydney at the moment, it's always a bit of a stressful time, because you hear, and I try to tune out a lot to what's going on in the industry, but you hear a lot of people saying, oh, it's so hard to fill events, and that hasn't been my experience, and I try not to let that in, but there is always a little bit of a, God, I hope it fills kind of thing. So I'm reminding myself at the moment, my ads are running, the ads are great, the leads are coming in, so I don't need to worry about it. Right now it's looking good. A week beforehand, if I've got no one signed up, that's when I need to worry about it. But right now, I don't need to worry about it because I'm doing everything that I need to do. And so if you find yourself worrying about things that haven't happened yet, try to bring yourself back to the power of now and remind yourself, well, what am I doing right now? Am I taking care of the things that I need to get me the outcome that I want? And if you're doing that, then you need to stop worrying. If you constantly anxious and worrying about that stuff, that whole thing about what you fear you create, and it's so true in my experience. This is definitely true, and having witnessed it with people as well, that what you fear you create. So just be satisfied that you're doing all the things that you need to do, and then just throw it up to the universe, which is my favorite thing, and just know that it's going to be okay. That doesn't mean you go and sit on the couch and watch Oprah all day, but it does mean that you can't do anything more than what you're doing, so there's no point worrying about it. So instead of worrying about the what if it doesn't fill, instead be concerned with, are my ads running? Are the stats looking good? Do I need to tweak them? What other methods can I take to fill this event? Who can I get in touch with? That sort of thing. So think about active stuff that you can do in the moment, or not. Maybe you've done enough and you need to just let it sit. My experience as well is, having coached a lot of women, is they do get into a panic about, what's going to happen down the track. And I've been in this game for such a long time, and, you're worrying about things 3 months, 6 months out, and so much can happen in even a month. So much can happen in a week, in 2 weeks. One of my ladies on my mastermind program at the moment, she's just picked up a really huge client that's going to probably turn her business around in a big, big way. And in the weeks in the lead up to that, there was perhaps a little bit of worry and anxiousness about it not happening, and she was worried about 6 months down the track. But in the course of a couple of weeks, things change very, very quickly. So we never know what's around the corner, and it's usually a good, a happy story, the stuff that's sitting around the corner. So try not to worry too much about what's going on in the moment, and know that so much can change and so much can happen. And so long as you're implementing the stuff that you need to implement and you stay in the now, there's no point worrying about the what ifs down the track, because the what ifs may never happen. Now, I know that's easier said than done, and you're gonna focus on something. So I want to encourage you, instead of focusing on the worst case scenario, focus instead on the best case scenario. So for me, I'm visualizing a full room. I'm visualizing my new Bianca Spender dress that I'll be buying for the occasion, and just imagining the vibe in the room, imagining, the women in the room, imagining us going out to lunch and overlooking the Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and just what an amazing couple of days that event's going to be. I'm imagining where I'm going to stay when I'm in Sydney. I'm imagining that the weather's going to be beautiful. I'm visualising it very, very strongly. Every day on my walk, I'm visualising it. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm choosing to think about that instead of, what if I only get 2 people? I'm just not going to think those thoughts because they don't serve me. And if I think that, I'm going to create that. Anyway, I hope that helps. Have an awesome day, and I'll be back tomorrow.